Today, I don't want to talk about money in technical terms, not interest rates, charts, or complex economic models. Instead, I want to talk about our relationship with money as human beings. We are going to ask a simple question. Why do people often behave irrationally when it comes to money? Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money, focuses exactly on this question, and it starts with a powerful idea. Money involves math, but money decisions are driven by emotions. The first key idea is this: everyone sees money through their own life story. Someone who grew up during economic crises tends to avoid risk. Someone who grew up in stable or wealthy times is more comfortable taking risks. Two people can look at the same investment, the same opportunity, the same numbers, and make completely opposite decisions. Why? Because our behavior around money is shaped by our personal experiences, not just logic. Housel summarizes this perfectly. To understand why people behave the way they do with money, look at their history, not their intelligence. That's why there is no single right financial decision for everyone. The second idea is about luck and risk. We love success stories. We admire people who worked hard and became wealthy. But we often ignore one uncomfortable truth. Luck plays a huge role in outcomes. At the same time, risk is always present. Some people do everything right and still fail. Others make mistakes and succeed anyway. That's why Housel warns us against overconfidence in financial decisions. Understanding luck doesn't make us pessimistic. It makes us more humble and more careful. The third, and perhaps most important, idea is enough. We live in a culture that constantly tells us, more money will make you happier. One more level, one more upgrade, and you'll be satisfied. But Housel argues that most financial disasters happen not because people earn too little, but because they never know when to stop. People don't fail financially because they lack money. They fail because they lack limits. Saying enough means not risking what you already have for something you don't truly need. If you don't know what enough looks like, nothing will ever be enough. The fourth idea is time and patience. Financial success is rarely about intelligence. It's about endurance. The most successful people are not those who make perfect decisions, but those who can stay in the game long enough. They don't panic when markets fall. They don't become greedy when everyone else is winning. Compound growth sounds mathematical, but in reality it is a psychological test. Because patience is simple, but incredibly difficult. The fifth idea is this: money is not about status. It's about freedom. The greatest value of money is not luxury or visibility. It's the ability to leave a job you hate, control your time, make choices without constant fear. Housel says true wealth is quiet. It doesn't need to be displayed. Freedom may be invisible to others, but it is deeply felt by the person who has it. Let me close with one of the strongest messages from the book. Money is not for showing others how rich you are. It's for making yourself feel secure. Financial success doesn't mean more attention. It means less stress, less anxiety, more options. Morgan Housel reminds us that to understand money, we don't need to be economists. We need to understand human behavior. And perhaps the most important question is this: do we control money, or does money control us? Thank you.